Fun fact, Nag has had 4 punctures so far on this trip. We're keeping count. 4-0. I didn't want to say this, I'm possibly jinxing my life, but well, it's just hard not to say.
Our stopover in the tiny village of Yokelet was a welcome break and a convenient excuse to sit out some bad weather. It was also an opportunity to meet a few locals, have some interesting conversations, usually over.
So this is the green rice, Komzang. Right? Yeah, this is our green rice. Why do you think I was laughing so much? A hot pot that we don't know how to manage. A lovely home-cooked meal with 2.
But it was only after we'd also contributed to the local economy courtesy of one more Nag puncture that we were truly ready to move on. Our most important learning from the first part of our journey was that the original idea to zigzag up the country was not a great one, especially on these 110cc step-throughs. Vietnam is deceptively small on a map, but when you're actually on the ground and trying to get across the country, it takes some doing. So for phase 2, we resolved to hold true to the coast and make our way north, staying as close to the sea as we could. A good decision, as it would turn out.
How about that for a view? Can I just show you all this view, please, while Nag finds his perch? Look at that.
Vietnam has over 3,000 kilometers of coastline. More importantly, there are numerous coastal roads that run alongside the beautiful oceans at various points as you go from south to north. It's hard to choose which routes to ride and which ones to leave out. Fortunately, no matter what you choose, chances are that you won't get it wrong.
How do I even begin to tell you just how beautiful this is? It's just view after view after view. Every turn you take, you want to stop again. This is just one of the many coastal routes here in Vietnam. Nice helmet.
Thank you. Very similar.
Bulldog. Let's go.
Whenever I travel, I'm up for experimenting and trying new types of food, but places to eat are seldom the guiding factors of my travel plans. In Vietnam, though, very organically, a large part of the journey became about new culinary experiences. We never really knew what we were eating, but it was almost always delicious. Watching the process of making the food itself, browsing through the options and sampling the sauces, soups and condiments that came along with it was in itself half the experience. That rooster hasn't stopped crowing since like 5:30 in the morning. Nag, what does this room remind you of?
It reminds me of a motel room in Viluppuram. Just a generic motel on Indian highways. Like you don't want to look too closely because you're going to find things that will gross you out.
Oh, yes.
You just come in, have a shower. The shower was good. Have a shower, sleep, wake up, get out as early as possible. So today, for the first time on this trip, we're actually going to start riding by around 7 a.m. So in its own way, it has achieved what nothing else could achieve and we couldn't achieve on our own.
All yours. All yours. Please enjoy.
We're still getting used to the amount of time it takes to cover distance on these scooters, but the reality is also that we get distracted very easily, and the coastline here in Vietnam is just breathtaking. It's just breathtaking. Like, I think I've probably already said this in the video here. In case I haven't, we keep sort of resolving to cover some distance, let's do one section of distance and then promptly turn a corner, find a view that's absolutely breathtaking and stop off again. We're here at a Nani, as you can possibly hear on the side of a highway. We're in a town which is either called Huang Han or Bin Dan.
Bin Hin.
Bin.
Bin Hin. Bin Hin.
I think we shouldn't even pretend to know where we are.
Yeah.
The actual way in which we've been navigating through this trip really is to just zoom in on Google Maps and try to find a waypoint. We don't know town names, so we look for a hotel or a grocery store or something that lies on the route that we want to ride, something that looks interesting, and then add that as a waypoint, and then just go till there and then add a next waypoint, or add a few waypoints and then cancel waypoint as we go along. So it's very sort of rough, but the idea is to just look for routes that seem interesting and then go there and see what they're like. So we really need to keep going north. I keep saying that and we keep trying to do that, but somehow we're not doing it enough. So same plan. Head north, try to cover some distance.
Without getting distracted.
We can do this, man. Come on.
Yeah.
No 2 days of riding were quite the same. In fact, on most days we would shuffle through constantly changing landscapes and terrain. It kept us on our toes and eliminated the risk of any feelings of monotony ever setting in.
Adventurous. Woo! Oh, how about that? 3 minutes ago, we were up in the hills over there, came down, we rode a road that literally went through a mountain, and then we're on the coast again. Stunning stunning, stunning. Hold on. We go to
No problem.
no problem. We go, come back. We go, come back. We go, come back. We started off the day on the main highway, and I think we're making good progress in terms of where we want to be and what we want to be doing on this trip. So, still in the right direction, but a far more interesting route currently at least. So, what do you think of the off-roading capabilities of these Honda blades?
Well, it is at par with many of the Indian off-roading bikes that we have, you know. It's very surprising. And we'll just prove it right now.
Now you
go.
said all of this, no? We'll go 100 meters and fall. Yeah. Please, please, Nag, no more punctures. Please, please, please. Do I even need to ask you the question?
No. The fifth time.
There's got to be something wrong with that wheel.
Yeah.
The same wheel. We have a few people who are admiring my beard. Local boys who've come out to figure out what all this facial hair is. Yeah. Beard.
Since we couldn't find a new tire, Nag's scooter received an ingenious dual tube setup so that we could continue riding further. A journey that should have taken 2 days had by now stretched to 5, and we were only better off for it. There's a time in reality where I enjoy well-planned travel experiences, working to an agenda and ticking things off a list, but this trip, in this country, was truly beautiful in its chaos. I'd like to give you a detailed recount of where we went and what we did, but the simple truth is that we were, for the most part, entirely lost. And that made it possible to experience a form of travel that was real, immersive, and entirely consuming, which is exactly the way that I had wanted this trip to be.
Full tank. Full tank. So we've successfully made it to the outskirts of Hoi An. Just a few more kilometers to go, but that fuel gauge is dangerously low. Ahead of us we've got a steep uphill. There's a bridge that we need to cross before we enter the town. Hopefully we have enough fuel to climb that. It's gonna be hilarious if we go up and then come rolling back down. Oh, never a dull moment on this road trip across Vietnam. Lucky man, fast scooter, so much fuel, good life.
Arriving in Hoi An marked the end of another stage of this two-wheeled adventure. This was where we'd take another short break and also complete some basic maintenance on both of our bikes. All to prepare for what lay ahead, a foray into the mountains on the western borders of Vietnam.
Out in the life where dreams come undone. And everyone wants to know how long you can run. I don't wanna wait.
Won't affect anything.
At the end of the road, just enough to